Hey, that was fun. All right, we are live. A little bit of reaction show. Auburn takes down Vermont, the season opener. Catch fire, 94-43. Hold on one second. We're going to dive into this. Uh, what a game! What a game! Offense catches fire. Defense plays unreal. And Auburn just puts the foot on the gas and goes ahead and puts this game away. And it's a great start to the season. Great crowd, great momentum to go ahead and get started right off the bat. A lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to get into the defense, maybe the story of the game. Obviously, Auburn gets really hot from three. Miles Kelly has an unbelievable debut. And then we're going to talk players of the game. Mine might surprise you. But before we get started, we got to give a shout out to mybookie.ag. Use coupon code next round. Use to get a double up deposit bonus. Give them $100. They're going to give you another $100 back to play with, absolutely free. Hit that sports book. I think the betting line was 17.5 on this game. So the over, if you took Auburn, you're sitting pretty. But definitely check them out. You get ready for Auburn basketball all year long. You'll have your account set up, ready to go. Just make sure to use that coupon code next round. All right, let's dive into it. So obviously Auburn wins 94-43, 51 points. I think if I did my math right, very convincing win. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, Vermont this, Vermont that," but a lot of people don't realize Vermont was, I think, 79th in KenPom. Okay. So it's not like this is just some pushover that you beat down miserably. You emasculated. This is a really good team. This is a team that's going to compete for their league. This is a team that's going to challenge for an NCAA tournament berth. So very, very good, very good performance. I want to start. I know the offense is the fun stuff, but I want to start with defense. Up until I think it was 8 minutes and a half, about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game, Vermont had 27 points total. We're not talking about in a half. We're not talking about in a whatever. We're talking about with just under 9 minutes left in the whole dadgum game. Vermont had only had 27 points. They every shot that they made was contested. Every shot that they made was someone was draped all over them. They earned everything, and Auburn held them to 21% from three. They're a really good three-point shooting team, and 25% from the field, which is just stifling. That's frustrating. That's just a hallmark. Bruce Pearl, like just that's his calling card. Hey, I have good defensive teams. Even if we struggle a little bit scoring the basketball, we're going to create turnovers. We're going to play solid defense, and that's what they did. It didn't matter what lineup was in there; they were stifling, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Another stat: I think last year they said Vermont only turned the ball over 5 times a game. I think that's correct. They had 12 turnovers in the first half, 16 for the game. So again, just that's got to be so frustrating. You come in, you're on a road trip, you knock off one team from Alabama, you slide over a little bit over an hour and a half, 2 hours down the road, and then you just get absolutely waxed by 50, and you can't score. You can't shoot. You can't not turn it over. You can't get up and down the court. It's crazy. And Auburn had, I think, 25 of their 94 points were off turnovers, which is pretty solid. So defense, obviously, going to be another big calling card for this team. It's going to be another a big attribute that's going to be a very big plus. Defense is going to create a lot of offense for this team. And it's going to be something that's really fun to watch. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I mean, I know everybody's excited about him. I already see him in the chat. NH3425, Miles Kelly is going to be a problem. He makes his Auburn debut. He played a little bit in an exhibition, but this was his first debut. in a real game as an Auburn Tiger, and holy cow. Holy cow, what a game he had. He was a little bit slow starting off. He honestly, he was so short on the first three shots. I don't know if you could have added all three of them together and gotten them to the rim. And we were like, oh dear, what's going on? And then he catches fire and it goes and goes berserk. He finished the game. Let me find it really quick. He finished the game 7-11 from the field. All 7 were threes, 7 of 9 overall from 3. I think the record in a game was 9. So he could have easily broken that, but they throttled it down a little bit. So 21 points in 18 minutes. 21 points, 3 rebounds, no turnovers. I think he hit 5 straight threes at one point in time. He came out of the second half, opened up 5 for 5, I believe, before he missed one. Just unreal performance. He is going to be somebody that's going to help. Jim Dunaway had a good tweet. It said that Miles Kelly is going to be a what did he say? When Auburn's going on like a dry spell on offense, he's going to be the eraser of that. He's going to be able to end dry spells because he is such a skilled shooter. There were times where, it just felt like every time that he got the ball, when he left his hands, it was going in, and he just got hotter and hotter and hotter, and he never let up. And that's fun. Look, 3-pointers are my favorite part of basketball. I like 3-pointers more than dunks because you can't really have a good 3-point shooting team can erase a really good defensive team, because you can't extend that far for like consistently over a whole game. And Auburn being able to stretch the field, stretch the court, shoot 45% overall from 3, 16 of 35, 16 threes. I can't even remember the last time Auburn hit 16 threes in a game. It feels like that you have to go all the way back to like that 2019 team to find that kind of volume from 3. So, you had JP Pegues went 2 for 2 from 3. Denver Jones got hot there for a little bit, went 2 for 3 from 3. Janai went 2 for 5, had a really pretty step back right to start the game, a step back 3 right to start the game. Chad Baker-Mazara hit his first 2 threes that he looked at. He was 3 for 7. And then obviously Miles Kelly going 7 for 9, just unbelievable. Unbelievable from 3. And boy, if that's sort of a look at what to expect from this team, they're going to be really good. A 50-point win against a top 100 Ken Palm team, regardless of it being the opener, regardless of it being at home, is just it's just unbelievable. I want to go ahead and go to players of the game, and then we'll hit some of the comments. So go ahead and get your comments loaded up if you want to be a part of the show. Probably going to be quicker reaction shows, especially if Zepp's going to be here sometimes, but if it's not, it's just me, it's going to be a little bit quicker. But let's talk about players of the game. Okay. Obviously, Miles Kelly's the easy one, but Chaney Johnson has developed this little post move. And I'm trying to find his stats. He went 6 of 8. He went 6 of 8 from the field, and he took 2 threes. So in reality, he went 6 of 6. If you think about that, he took 2 threes, okay, and the rest were post moves. So he went 6 of 6 with this little jump hook, this little turnaround that he can do. He did one and got fouled and made it. If Chaney Johnson has developed a little post move, and he can be very, very effective with that on the inside, that's going to be something. Now you have Janai, who is who he is, and can do what he does inside. If you can add Chaney Johnson, that also can hit a little turnaround jump hook. Oh boy. And that's all. They're all the little one hand, right hand and left hand. It was both hands. That is something that I was not expecting from him. That was something I was not expecting at all. And then obviously he plays really good defense as well. So if you can get that kind of offensive production out of him, essentially be perfect from the paint. boy, oh boy, that is going to be something. That's going to be definitely something to watch. Auburn had 36 points in the paint out of their 94. So they did rely a lot on the three. I mean, gosh, you hit 16. So do that math. It's almost, over 50 points. I feel like I just doing the math quickly off the top, off the top of my head without a calculator. Just Chaney Johnson's my player of the game. That little jump hook is something that's going to be something to watch. I'm telling y'all, write that down. Let's watch that. If that becomes a thing, you're talking Chaney Johnson can be one of your better, more effective scorers in the league. I mean, he could be a really, really solid player and take that big jump that we expected him to take. If he's got that little post move, we didn't see that last year. Last year it was just, I'm an athlete and I'm going to try to athlete the ball I'm going to athlete the ball in there. No, now I've got a little bit of touch. I got a little bit of a move that I can put on you. That's something definitely to watch. If I had to be disappointed with anything, we shot poorly from the line, but we didn't shoot a lot of free throws. We only shot 11, and most of the misses were Ja'Kai. Ja'Kai, obviously the freshman, shot 4. He was 1 of 4 from the line, so that really killed our average. And then Chaney went 1 for 3 from the line, but Chaney still, in 16 minutes, he had 13 points and 9 rebounds. So basically almost a double-double in less than 20 minutes, which is just absurd. Just absurd. Janai was a little bit I don't want to say cold because he was 5 of 11, but he just wasn't really needed that much. I mean, they were shooting threes from everywhere. So I expected him, obviously, on those colder nights that you can pound it inside to him and he can be a lot more effective. So let's hit some of the comments and then get out of here and celebrate this win. Big win to start the season, for sure. Let's see here. Let's go to Mr. Beautiful. Very happy for Auburn basketball and something else too. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm obviously happy for him as well. That's big. NH 3425. Chaney's a sleeper this year. I agree. And that's why he's my player of the game. He's the one that unlocks everything to me. If he can be the guy, look out. If he can keep that little jump hook going, look out. War Eagle, Wyoming. So many weapons on this team. It really is nightmare matchups for a lot of teams. So many weapons. I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures. And Todd Pettiford didn't even score. He got in foul trouble early. He didn't even score. And he got a bogus, I don't know, maybe it wasn't bogus, but really two times he broke a defender down. One time he got a carry, and it was beautiful. He had a little step back jumper, and they waved it off, said he carried. And then the other time early in the game, he crossed the dude up, and it was awful. He crossed him up, dude almost fell down, and then he was just a little bit long on his floater. You can see the athletic ability. He is going to be someone fun to watch. So definitely, I'm not worried about that. Not worried about him. He's going to be good. Stuart Donald, this team is skilled at playing the game of basketball. Yes, they are. They're good. I mean, I don't know if this is stepping out, but I'm not sure that we lose a game. I'm just going to go and throw that out there. Obviously, I'm kidding, but it's going to be a fun team to watch. Definitely a fun team to watch. I'm so anxious to see how we match up with Houston this weekend because it's going to be. I think we can play with anybody. I mean, based off seeing that, I think we could play. I think we could play with anyone. Let's go, Matt RZ34. That was crazy. That was a flurry of points. We started off a little bit slow again. There was only like 15 points through the first 8 or 9 minutes, and then it was just like explosion. It was an absolute explosion. I really thought, you had that putback that got waved off from Dylan, and it's kind of that we kind of got stagnant there for a little bit, and then Miles got hot, and then it was over after that. Like they just started pouring them pouring them in. It was a lot of fun. But another War Eagle, Wyoming, still have no idea what a catamount is. I learned their mascot just as the game started. Had no idea what they were. That's why I just called them the people from up there, the Vermont people from up there. Let's see. Yeah, I think you might be right here. That starting lineup, this is NH3425 again. That starting lineup was legitimately the tallest lineup to date for Pearl, I believe. I think you're right. You started off again, and I told you guys, if you've been paying attention, I told you guys to watch out for Zep and I both. They're going to want to try this Dylan and Broom thing on the court at the same time. They're going to want to They're going to want to try this a lot and see how it works. And there's 3 games in a row now, 2 exhibitions in the first game of the year that Dylan's starting at the 5 and Broom's starting at the 4. So definitely something to watch. And then obviously you got a lot of length at guard. So let's see. Auburn dad for life, C5. I just can't see how we get out of this treacherous non-con unscathed. Bruce, we love Bruce, but going to be hard. The cool thing is you don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, obviously you want to, but you don't have to come out unscathed. Like, just if you can go 500, in this non-con schedule, you are more than ready for conference play, and the computers and all the pollsters and all that stuff are going to love you. I hate saying pollsters. I'm glad I'm still got to get beyond the election. I guess I got that in my head. The different computer models and all that good stuff, they're going to love the strength of schedule. So I don't think you have to come out unscathed. A couple of losses is not a huge deal. I think that might be about it. Okay, Mr. Beautiful, I get it now. I just saw the last comment. We're not going to go there, though. Let's see. Yeah, last one, then we're going to call it a night. Alan Brooks, defense sealed off every angle tonight. Miles Kelly, welcome to the jungle. They did. The defense, I mean, as good as the offense was, the defense may be the story. Again, 27 points through about 3/4 of the game, over 3/4 of the game. And then they, got some garbage. They got, I say 27 points. They only had 43. So they only scored 16. They scored 16 on that last 8.5 minutes, and a lot of garbage time, like I said. So really fun team. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We're going to be here every single game doing these little post games. And again, they don't have to be 30, 45 minutes long. It all depends on your interaction, how much you guys are in here, all the comments and stuff like that. And we'll have some fun doing it. But this first one down, we got several to go. We got a big one on Friday. So we'll be back talking about it, going through everything, breaking it down. We're going to have a show before the game, and then we're going to have a show obviously after the game. Probably have a show on Friday, and then we'll have a live show again afterwards, and just continue to have some fun with this season. Glue WDE, appreciate you, brother. So guys, again, have a great rest of the evening, and we will catch you next time. It's another episode of the Barn Hoops podcast.